So Mark's question is always a tough one. It starts off with, it's 1, 2, 3. It's the fourth word that gets us. I'm a 62-year-old. Okay, and it's going to be a question about building muscle. And I got to tell you, folks, there are certain periods of time you really want to build muscle. And I got to tell you, if you coach high school and collegiate athletes, it's like stealing because nature is working with you. But for the rest of us, I'd say we need to have a conversation with nature. I'm a 62-year-old, formerly competitive bike racer who now rides 8 to 10 a week in the summer, 5 to 7 during the off season. I don't know what 8 to 10 means, but 8 miles, 8 sessions in the summer. Every year, I strength train in the off season, usually starting with easy strength, then moving on to something else. That's not bad. I'm an ectomorph, 5'10", 150, and a hard gainer. This year, I'd like to add some muscle in the off season. This summer, I did ABC, humane burpee, and easy strength 3 times a week, going fairly light on all 3. So folks, for those of you who are listening and following, so he's doing the humane burpee, which is great. It's a great little fat burning workout, but I'm not sure it's a muscle building workout. What would be a good program to pack on some muscle? I was thinking about doing the armor building formula for 8 weeks, followed by mass made simple. Too much? Or will I gain enough during the armor building formula and from there move on maybe into easy strength? Well, as a bicyclist, you have to ask yourself about mass made simple. So it's high rep back squats. Will that help a competitive bike racer? Now, I'm not sure if you're a BMXer, if you're a road biker or a track biker. I don't know, and I'm already out of my depths here. But to me, adding either the armor building formula or mass made simple for a competitive bike racer makes sense. Now, there's a site online I have great respect for, bikejames.com, and be sure if you drop by, say hi to James. He's a great coach, and he recommends some other things, some kettlebell work, some isometric work for bike racing, and I agree with all of it because I trust bikejames.com. If you were to do the armor building formula and you followed it correctly with the high rep pressing and all those high rep squats that you do on the armor building complex, yeah, I think you would build some mass, and that the reports I'm getting back from most people is, yeah, it's a great mass builder. If you do mass made simple, and I stand by mass made simple, the 6-week program where you do all those experiments with yourself with protein and creatine, I think you could really build mass on that. The question is it going to help your bike racing? At your weight, 150, and in your age, I would recommend you use the 135-pound weights for the program. So I'm expecting you at the end of the 6 weeks to do to back squat 135 for 50 reps. Now, is that going to help your bicycling? Yeah, I'd hope so. Because your quads are going to learn your quads, your butt, and the whole system is going to learn, they're going to get hit by that volume somehow, ideally in a positive way. If you're a hard gainer and and bike racing is your thing, I just think you're going to run out of time in the off season. But armor build for 8 weeks, do the ABF, the basic program. Mass made simple for 6. We're looking at 14 weeks, which is, we're looking at months now, and then slide back to easy strength for your cycling season. That makes sense. And that's, this is just, we're looking at 3.5 month commitment to the weight room. If you have the time to do it, I think it's a heck of a good idea. And at the end of it, if it is just filled with mistakes and errors, you'll at least come away with some increases in your work capacity, some increases in certainly some mass. I mean, if you don't gain mass on mass made simple, I don't know what you're doing wrong. But how it applies to your bike racing in that next year, it might hurt you, but the lessons you learn from that off season might propel you to even a better season the next year. And I'm always thinking that way. I'm always thinking 2 seasons down the line. It's okay to make, I was going to say mistakes. It's okay to try new things as an athlete if you learn things. It's not okay to experiment if it just goes into, that was a mistake. I think there's value here. And Mark, I'd like to see you try exactly what you told me. The ABF followed by Mass Made Simple, followed by Easy Strength. The end. Thank you.